What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel Casper's Kicks. Once again, appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel as always. So today it's like 10 o'clock. It's 10:20 at night. Today is April 26th, which was the release date of the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott in the olive colorway. And of course, as y'all know, it is an end of the Air. This is the last Jordan 1 Travis Scott that we're supposed to be getting. At this point, I'm not sure exactly what Travis Scott and Nike will be doing. I've heard that he'll be going to a different silhouette and working on that one, but that hasn't been officially announced yet. So we're just going to wait and see what exactly happens in regards to Travis Scott, Nike, and Jordan. But this video is over the release of the Jordan 1 Low Olives and just talking about how the release went, and then of course resale prediction on this shoe. Now, before we do jump into the video, of course, if you have not already, go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and all the notification bell so you can stay today when I post new content. Have a couple early reviews on the way, so when I get those in, y'all know I will drop those videos for y'all ASAP. So, like I mentioned, once again, it was the release date of the Travis Scott and Jordan 1 Low Olives. They released on sneakers today, and then last night we actually had the raffle on the Travis Scott website. So, starting off with the raffle on Travis Scott's website, it was a little glitchy to start. Like, I had tried to enter and I got some like error message. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. But eventually I tried again and it did go through. So it seemed like for the most part that raffle went smoothly. If you had any additional errors outside of like the initial error that popped up when the raffle first started, let me know in the comments. I'm always curious just to see the trouble that people went through to enter on the raffle. Now, the only downside I did not like about the raffle yesterday was it was late. Like, I believe it was probably 7, 8, 9 o'clock, probably 8, 9 o'clock Central Time when that raffle went live. So, of course, like if you're on the East Coast, it's 9, 10 o'clock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock for y'all when that raffle is going live. So, in my opinion, it was just too late. Like, people were waiting for invoices because I think the raffle was open for like 30 minutes to an hour. And then, of course, as y'all know, it's like an additional 30 minutes, an hour where they before they even start announcing who got dubs. So it was late for people. Like, people were going to bed and waking up with invoices, and they missed out because they just did the raffle so late. So that's my only like downside to the Travis Scott raffle. I ended up taking an L on that one. I just no luck for me at all on the Travis Scott raffle on the website at all. So I was hoping that today will be the day on sneakers that I will be able to catch a dub. So, jumping to, like I mentioned, the sneakers app today, and I'm going to go ahead and go through the stock numbers. Now, this Travis Scott specifically was actually one that had a bunch of stock compared to the previous Travis Scotts that we have gotten. So, total stock numbers, and these were in women's sizes, so total stock numbers was 108,312, which, like I mentioned, is a very good amount compared to what we've gotten previously for the other Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows and just Travis Scott shoes in general. So of course they had a women's 5 through women's 15.5, which is a men's 3.5 to men's 14. And like I mentioned, it was 108,312 pairs. For the little kids, they had tall little kids, they had 11C to 3Y, and that was 18,450. And then for like the smaller sizes, it was a 4C to 10C, 18,396. Now, the thing with these stock numbers, and when I had got them and looked at them, my personal size actually had a ton of stock. And if you've kept up with my channel, I have never hit a Travis Scott for retail. So I was hoping this will be the first time that I actually hit a pair for retail. And seeing the stock numbers, I was feeling pretty good. They had, for my personal size, 11.5. So for a women's 13, men's 11.5, that 11,697. And that was actually the most stock from a size, let's see, from 10 and up. The 11.5 had the most amount of stock. So I was really hoping that I would be able to finally get a pair in my personal size. That did not happen. I ended up taking a fat L on the Travis Scott drop today, which I was like hoping, but at the same time I kind of expected to take the L. Y'all know how it goes with these hype releases. Everybody's trying to get them and it just goes their way. And honestly, with people really gravitating towards the bigger sizes, especially those that resell, it made sense why a lot of people were going for the 11.5, since that was where the most stock was. So yeah, I guess I won't be grabbing a Travis Scott Jordan 1 for retail at all. Yeah, I tried but it just did not work out for me. Will I be purchasing this pair for resale? Probably not, unless I can get it like a super good deal on these. I just don't want to pay that much for a shoe right now. I'm not in that space to do it, and I honestly just don't feel like doing it either. So, I'll probably leave this one alone and move on to the next one. Now, honestly, for the release on Sneakers app, it wasn't too glitchy or anything like that. I did see a couple people have issues entering, but outside of that, it really wasn't too crazy. Of course, Sneakers put up that bot filtering protection thing that they started doing now. So it's like awaiting and checking and all that stuff. So who knows like how 100% accurate that is, but we're just gonna have to hope that it actually works pretty well. But yeah, so I ended up taking an L. If you took a dub on the Travis Scotts, either on the Travis Scott website or on the Sneakers app, let me know in the comments. Of course, congrats to y'all. I'm happy y'all were able to get a pair for yourselves if that's what you bought them for. If you bought them to resell, you just made a bunch of money doing it that way as well. But like I mentioned, just congrats to y'all that did end up copying off of either the website or the Sneakers app. Now, I heard that they didn't release all the stock today. I don't know 100% how true that is, so we'll just have to wait and see if there will ever be a restock on the olive pair. Who knows? It's just, you can't really bank on that at this moment. You just kind of got to move on and either forget about this shoe or just pay the resale value and go on from there if that's what you're wanting to do. Like I mentioned, everybody's hit or miss with what they want to pay for the shoe. In my opinion, I just really am not trying to pay resale on this shoe right now. Now, going to the resale prediction on this shoe. Now, as y'all know, Travis Scott do very well in the resale market. They resell for several hundred over what the retail price is. Now, I will say with these, because the stock amount was so much higher than the other Travis Scotts that have released, it could have some effect on the resale value, but I don't think it'll have like a major effect to where they'll be significantly lower compared to other Travis Scott. So in my opinion, if you bought these to resell, you're gonna make a good amount of money on these. If you bought them to just use as trade bait, same thing, you'll be able to get a lot of various things with this one shoe because they will resell for a good amount. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to StockX, and I'll just start off with my size, which like I mentioned is a 13W or 11.5 in men's. Lowest ask is 1,024. Last sale was 969, and highest bid is 926. Retail price on these was 150. So as you see, you're making 900 plus or right around 900 on these Travis Scotts for the 11.5 in men's. If we go to a smaller size, let's do a 10 in women's. So 10 in women's is a 8.5 in men's. Lowest ask 890, highest bid 845. Last sale was 946. So still making a ton of money off this shoe. Depending, like I went to bigger sizes and smaller sizes, there's money to be made anywhere on these shoes. So if you got your hands on them for retail, like I mentioned, you just made some good profit off these if you're looking to resell. If not, no big deal. You just got a shoe that's really expensive on your feet. Now, if you're interested in purchasing this pair for resale, what I like to normally do is I typically wait and I just kind of give it a couple days to see if the price will fall. But in all honesty, that just requires you watching the market and just gauging how things go. Usually as pairs start to come in from the Travis Scott website and the Sneakers website or Sneakers app, prices will drop a little bit and then they'll start going back up. So you really want to watch for that drop. If you're not going to purchase right now, just kind of watch for that drop and see when things end up going down, and then that's when you pull the trigger and go ahead and get you a pair. But yeah, like I mentioned, you're just gonna have to really watch the market and just gauge what you're comfortable with paying and what you think is a good price on these. I honestly can't tell you because I don't want to pay $1,000 for this shoe right now, and where I would want to pay is just way too low for what I would end up getting the shoe. So yeah, I mean, honestly, this will be a good shoe, like if you really want it, where you could just trade whatever you have, like old shoes, and then go and buy that shoe and do it that way. So yeah, that is everything I have for this video. Once again, let me know if you're able to cop the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott Olive. Did you have a good day? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on all notifications for a second. Stay up to date when I post new content. Like I mentioned, I have a couple of early reviews on the way, so when I get those in, of course, I will drop those videos for y'all. Hope y'all enjoy y'all's Friday. Stay safe for Thursday. Hope y'all enjoy y'all Thursday. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.